Hey, check this out. Where is it? Where is it? Where's my other one?
Where is it? What is it?
What have you got in your mouth? Give it to me. Drop it. That was pretty mean.
Kenny goes, that's mean. The funny part is, yeah, she's like got the other monitor there. Like,
Once again. Ow. Once again. Once again. Once again. Once again. Once again. Once again. again. Once again. Once again. Once again. Once again. Once again. Once again. again. again.
We were muted.
Well, bring
For
us
the-
live.
I
and-
usually
we're getting
mute you.
prepped, yeah.
Hmm.
So y'all ever get needled before?
Like in Halo,
No.
like the Needler.
I went to a physical therapist. And
Okay.
they gave me
Okay.
the dry needling, and it has changed my life. Surprisingly.
Is this like cupping?
I don't know. I guess I've never done the cupping, so I don't know what that's
What's-
about.
What's cupping?
Cupping is where they put a cup on your back and they kind of heat it up so that the inside of the air forms a suction on your back, and it's supposed to help with circulation and releasing toxins that are buried in your body.
I feel like this to be done with a vacuum hose.
Probably,
I
yeah.
do. Yeah,
Probably has by many a teenage boy.
Well,
There's a Whitest Kid You Know sketch about this. That's
Yep.
pretty good. No, okay. So if you've ever had a knot in your muscle, and you could like go to a masseuse that'll like work it out with their like fingers, or sometimes they'll like elbow you in those spots to get the muscle to loosen up.
the old elbow drop.
Yes, which is
From the
I've
top
also
rope.
received. Yep.
You've received an elbow drop. We have
Yes.
to come back to that.
You
Yep.
got Macho Man.
Yeah, I did. It was I had to bite down. That was a rough one. But no, the dry needle is they take a needle and put it into the knot in your muscle
Okay.
and get it to like loosen up and release. Again, I'm a day removed, so it's not like I'm like it changed my life. I don't know if it's long lasting as of right now, but it definitely. They were needling me in like my hip, and there was pain shooting to my ankles, which also
Oh.
kind of goes to show like how bad my situation had gotten as far as like knots in my muscles.
Or
I'd been
maybe
kind of
that-
in a lot.
Maybe that caused a problem.
Well, again, I've been in a lot of pain the last couple weeks.
Maybe you don't want a dry needling.
Well, I'll let you know. As of right now, I'm very happy with it because I feel very sore in the spots that I had a lot of pain, and the pain has kind of really subsided. in a lot
Kind of
ways.
really. Those
In the way that
usually
it-
are not in the same comparison.
I have soreness as opposed to shooting sharp pain.
Okay. That, in my opinion, is better, but
Yes. Yes.
Sharp
And
pain.
so-
That's still what stops you in your tracks. Like the
Yeah,
dull
and-
pain.
and-
It's like this sucks, but I can live with it.
Yeah, with muscle knots, I get them kind of all over, and I would get them, and they would just be like, that like, just really like a sharp little sting here. Like currently have one right here. Like I can feel it, and so it's like that. But like at one point, I just somehow got them shooting down my lower, like a bunch of them, just like all over my lower back and like hips. So, went to a PT, and that hopefully will fix my situation. But it was weird kind of being in that situation of like a needle going inside your body and then you just going, oh God, that's a weird, like all of my knee feels like it's spasming, but you're poking me in the hip. Weird.
So it's literally just a needle. There's no sort of like other procedure or meditation or anything.
I mean, again, there are like exercises I can do and whatnot, but it was just in that situation that like I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this checked out because I'm in a lot of pain.
See, the way I like to get needled involves ink and sitting still for 6 hours.
okay.
Sure, and actually, I kind of compared it that I think the tattoo was more painful.
I find them very relaxing. I have never fallen asleep. I will never make that claim, but man, is it peaceful.
it's when it grinds up against bone that it's really
Yes.
awful.
Which one of mine is like against the wrist bone, so I don't. That was a nightmare.
Did that to himself.
Yep.
It was a choice. You're right.
Did you, in that story, did you ask the tattoo artist before or after he started to? I feel like you were already tattoo, and he was like, "Yeah, is this?" Or you were like, "Is this gonna hurt?" And they were like, "Yeah, it will."
He said, "No, that shouldn't be too bad. It might sting a little bit here," and then later on goes, "Okay, this is gonna be the bad part."
There we go.
Mhm.
Like, all right.
I got through it.
Surprisingly, he still is here to haunt us.
Welcome to the Super Tattooed podcast.
I feel like we're not that super. Maybe Alec is the most superest of tattooed.
Joel, how many do you have?
Probably. One.
One. Okay.
And
I'm
it's
3.
What?
Getty, you have 3. 3.
Three.
Okay.
I have 9.
that we know about.
And still going.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm
Secret
planning on
tattoo.
getting a Valentine's Day tattoo.
There's a secret
Awesome.
hidden one,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You have to look at the right angle.
but don't ask how you see it.
Get into a position not many people have been in before.
Nope.
It's
That's
a
not
big
how-
smile, Alec.
Mhm.
A real big
The weird
smile.
part is that because he knows it. He knows this to be true.
See, that's the problem. Tattoos multiply.
They do. That is also a thing. See, actually, I found that like I understand like people say like once you get one, you kind of just like it's addicting and you can kind of do whatever after that. But I definitely had a plan for the 3, and after and like I will say that if someone were to say, "Hey, look at this picture. Do you want it tattooed?" I'm more likely to be like, "Yeah, it's fine." Like it does like that barrier is real low.
Mm.
But I also just I don't have the inclination to like keep going.
Oh, I do. I want to get so many more tattoos.
Yeah, yes, I could see that. I could see because the ones you've gotten, you've always been like super duper psyched on. Like every
Yeah.
time you've gotten one, I've never heard anything negative about your experiences with that.
I would hope that's the case too, that you wouldn't just go and be like, "Oh, time to get a tattoo," and then you're like, "Ah, all right." It should be
Well,
something that
that's
gets you
actually
fired
that's
up.
occurred. That's a story I've heard, sadly, more often than not. Of like, I don't know, I didn't really enjoy my experience, and it didn't look great, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, that sucks.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
that I would ever do like those ball machines that they sometimes will do for Flash, where you put in it's like $50. You turn the dial, and whatever you get, that's what you get.
That's the gumball machine. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Some guy I follow does that too. I don't like that at all. Like I don't.
Again, I would do it as a LARP, like, oh, this is gonna be fun and silly, and it's not gonna be a huge ordeal, just because again, the barrier for me is so much lower.
Mhm.
But at the same time, that's not I'm not searching that out. That's not like again a goal for me. Like the only other one that I think about now is like, I don't know, my grandmother's 92, 93, so it's like, yeah.
Get her inked.
No, not her.
Yeah, no, I was wondering where that was going to.
a back
If it was,
tattoo portrait.
Yeah, do it like a big Steve-O, just a big double
Mm.
thumbs up in her face.
I thought that
like
was
real-
reserved for me. I thought you were gonna get me tattooed on your back.
Also an option. That's also the secondary valid option is the Getty photo. There's a photo of Getty that I have a low-key obsession with that I would actively get a tattoo if his wife had not asked me not to.
There you go. And really stop.
His wife has said his wife is literally like, I'm like, I think I'm gonna get that photo tattooed. She goes, please don't. Please don't.
You've crossed a line.
Yeah. I wear
Again,
the shirt
low
with
threshold.
that picture a lot of places, and it gets so many compliments.
Oh yeah.
It's a good shirt.
I see.
It's a good image.
Feel like I made that shirt, but okay. Well,
I have it on my microphone right now. I have it as a phone background lock screen, and I got on a shirt.
not his
One day
not his
tattoo.
partner, not his His daughter, a picture of me.
One day a tattoo.
All right, this is Super GG Radio, and this will be episode 306. We've been doing this longer than some sitcoms, surprisingly. I don't know how, but we're doing it, guys. We're making the internet a place where we can talk about video games and all things adjacent.
How
Just
many
like that.
episodes do you think there are of Malcolm in the Middle?
Less than 306.
Googling. You guys continue.
Not as many as
Alright.
there should be.
Oh, well,
Mm,
I'm not in the same opinion, but that's fine. I will be your host, Eric Getty Gettinger. With me, as always, is Alex Arona, who is checking him out, Malcolm in the Middle.
Only 151. We have
There you go.
outlived Malcolm in the Middle
Yeah.
for now.
for now. Yeah,
What do
because I
you-
got that reboot.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a moving target.
well,
I mean, that's like trying to outlive The Simpsons.
Yeah, that's kind. I mean, yeah. Right now, Always Sunny in Philadelphia is pushing a pretty good long, lengthy time. Right, they're like 12 or 13 years now.
feels like it's longer than that. Also,
I
with
never saw
us
that.
is Joel DeWitt.
It's me. I'm here.
Thank you for that.
That's his famous catchphrase. Joel's always saying that.
I,
It's me. I'm here. It's like,
I'm just
oh.
here so I don't get fined.
I said that today. I had to go into the office, and I walked in, and that's what I said.
Yeah.
You. Oh,
It's-
last but
it's-
not least is Alec Parks. Let's just we can talk about it. I just want to get everybody out there.
You know, when I'm here. It's good. Definitely not
Oh,
least.
guys.
I don't know if that makes a shirt as well as "It's me. I'm here."
Oh, no.
We got to get a little bit more of a wow factor out of you, Alec. Give me a catchphrase, Alec. Give me three to five rapid fire catchphrases.
Right now.
None that I'm not going to get censored for, so no.
You can't catchphrase without
mean?
swearing.
That's
What
right.
do you mean censor?
You can't give me like
Penalized for.
There you go.
Yeah.
a penalized for. We could put that on a shirt. What else you got? Give me another one.
Why is that a catchphrase?
That's a
You
good
started
one.
this. Now you end it. Give me two more.
I didn't start anything.
There you go. That's number two.
That's-
Keep going. Give me a third.
Well, it wasn't you know where your WASDs are?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
We could put that on a shirt. Do you know where your WASDs are? But I think
Yeah.
that's a Getty quote.
Was
but
it?
We'll take it. I'll take it. That's
I don't remember.
full rapid fire. I think my favorite is I didn't start anything. That's a good shirt.
Yep,
Yeah. Yeah.
we can do
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
This
those
is
are all
very possible. Let's.
We now have two new shirts. It's me. I'm here, and I didn't start anything. Boom.
But
Okay.
for Joel's shirt, I
Come on.
want the picture of him that was anime-ized, like turned
Yep.
into an anime where he looks like
No.
the villain from
Yeah.
Persona 5. So-
Okay. Yeah, I'm writing this down.
And that's going to be an Extra Life shirt this year.
That or we make that over that Crash Bandicoot picture I always use. Just, it's me. I'm here. Crash Bandicoot. Like guy in a suit.
I mean, maybe. We'll see.
Right.
We have to
Good
come
ideas.
up with this. We got plenty of ideas. Extra Life is only like 10
11
months, 11 months
10
away.
Yeah, 10 months. 10 months.
Yep, it's already January. You guys
I
started
signed up.
fundraisers,
I
right?
signed up. Did you guys sign up?
I don't
No.
think I did.
You got to get on that. We've only
Yeah.
got a couple of months left before it's happening again.
Hey, you know, if
Yeah.
somebody just
I've
wants
heard
to
this.
donate $20 a month, that'll hit my goal.
Yeah.
Okay, are you
Yeah.
asking the audience?
Of course. I'm
Would you
always
like to
asking
make a
the
case?
audience.
Then
Can you
say
make a
something,
case?
man. You're kind of just like hinting. You're meandering around the thing. Beg them.
What? This is
Do
how
I
you
have
do
to
it. You
call
say,
them daddy
"No."
too?
Yeah, you have to call
Oh no,
daddy.
that or do that. I don't know.
No.
Say
We
it.
like-
No.
Repeat after me. Big Daddy Brock, please, please, please give me $20 a month for extra.
Oh, Big Daddy Brock, please, 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 please give me $20 a month for Extra Life.
we put that on the ban list, like never say daddy.
You got through saying that, so
Uh-huh.
I guess there's something to be said for that.
The bar
It's
is low.
courageous.
The bar is low.
What are you willing to do for $20 a month?
Well,
Now
for
that
me
is
or
a
for the
change.
kids?
For
Because I'll do a lot more for the kids than I would for myself.
okay.
Okay, that's respectable. Also,
then
that's a
do more.
good shirt. The bar is low.
All right,
We're
we'll
rifling
we'll
them
spitball
off,
that
man. I'm gonna
too.
write these down. Get this to our shirt.
Make
guy.
sure you find a nice post-it and start writing them down.
I
Did you
got
do
it.
it?
I got it.
All right.
Post-its.
See? So many post-its. The only person I know that still uses post-its outside of work. All right.
Dude, I have so many stacks of post-its still.
Early adopters? We have
It's raining.
everywhere. It's everywhere. Okay.
I got them.
Early adopters, where we play alphas, betas, and some games. I unfortunately did not get to play Oasis this week. Did somebody play it? Can somebody tell me what?
No one got into that one. I don't think they're open yet.
All right. So nobody played this game that's on the dock. Thank you. I for sure played Parasite Mutant, which was a different experience than what I was thinking it would be.
Yes.
You couldn't tell by the name, huh?
I thought it was going to be Parasite Eve.
That it is Parasite Eve.
That's a turn-based game?
You didn't know that? You
Yeah.
did not play
I did
Parasite
not know
Eve?
that.
No, I did not know that.
I never
yeah,
played it.
this is trying very hard to be Parasite Eve.
Okay.
Okay.
With a-
I had assumed Parasite Eve was just sort of a knockoff of Resident Evil.
No.
It was- No,
No.
I mean yes and no.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah.
okay. So this is it. I mean, like, again, you're going through a city that's being overrun by mutants and monsters, and you're fighting them. But like it was like Resident Evil, but then you throw in this active turn-based RPG combat mechanics.
Yeah.
Okay. It just felt all right. So the
Beat both
combat
those games.
aside, I like it, but the combat was very slow, in my opinion, because it took a while for the gauge to charge up. But I think I'm getting ahead of myself. Like Alex said, it is akin to Parasite Eve. Yeah.
Yeah, you are an agent or a police officer. It's like a special team. You're on
Third
a
person.
a rank C mission,
Yeah.
and you kind of get dropped into this a city that is overrun with monsters, and your job is to kind of explore it and figure out what exactly is going on. And then there are randomized combat encounters where you have an active time bar that's filling up over time, and you are in this kind of pretty small combat arena where you move around avoiding their attacks while your bar fills up, and then you do attacks, whether it be physical attack with a sword or your gun, which also does have finite bullets.
Y'all figure out how to reload?
Automatically happens.
I was
Oh,
gonna
it
say, let me
does?
just shoot through your bullets. Yeah.
Yes, once you shoot through your bullets, the next time which is another wrinkle, because then like I'm gonna shoot that guy and he's moving, and then all of a sudden there's like a little bit of a delay. Yeah.
And when you're in the selection between the weapons, if you have the cursor or the menu over the gun, it'll show you how many bullets and clip
Right.
you've got left there too. So
I
it
guess
does
I was
add
just
a little bit of like the counting to it.
thinking that you could manually reload in one of the screens, and I never saw that.
Yeah.
Which was a bit strange to me, but yeah. No.
Yep. And that was like that. So that was basically the experience. It had all like, other things like I believe in the Parasite Eve there was the Resident Evil inventory system. I believe
Okay.
I can't.
I think
I'm
you're
trying to remember.
right. I don't remember though.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I beat the first the 1 and 2. Then there was a third one that came out on the PSP that I did not play.
What
Yeah.
Okay.
I really liked what Parasite Eve did with at the time this was the first like dropped you into a turn-based combat while you were running around. It didn't
Yes,
have a
I think-
separate combat screen.
Yeah, and you weren't like moving around, you weren't like standing in one set position. So that
Yeah.
was a nice thing in this. And this does a good job of aping that. I do feel like combat could be snappier,
Yeah.
giving you some more options. Like I feel like there could be some variations on just like one melee hit versus a gun, and I assume that they'll get there. There was an ultimate ability
Yes.
where if you fill up your 2 charges of your ATB gauge, you would just like blast them. You would like blast the enemies.
Oh, you were blasting stuff all over the place.
Yep. So, and you know, our character's pretty cool. There was voice acting, right? There was voice acting.
Was
I
there?
didn't notice any.
I don't.
maybe-
I noticed
maybe
the
I'm wrong.
drone, the super cool drone that was like, "Hey, I'm gonna do drone stuff." But
There
that
was.
was about it.
Yeah. But it is, you know, kind of neat going through this map and just exploring, finding hidden items. And of course, they do the thing where it's like, break these boxes with your weapon and you get extra items. And it's like, oh, okay, so I can go through and like sneak, like search around for interactables to find hidden items and open chests.
Yeah.
So there will
puzzles-
probably be things like a skill tree or leveling up and whatnot, because that's how it was in the original game.
Okay.
but
You
this is
could
the-
level up your weapons. I did
Oh,
that
could you?
quite a bit. Yeah. My
Okay.
sword was so powerful, especially when I fought that legally distinct xenomorph at the end. I
That's pretty cool.
I was a little upset about that. When I saw it, I was like, wait a second. You're just a little bit too close. You should probably, I don't know, make it a different shade or color, like change it up a little bit.
Give
You're
it
towing
big
the line
floppy ears.
Big floppy
Yeah,
ears
see, that would be
have been
cool.
fine.
More with big floppy ears.
But yeah, it was a bit too close to the xenomorph from Alien than I'd like to admit.
Okay. I did. There was a leveling system where you, was it stat points, right?
For the weapons, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
For the character, I didn't see anything.
but when
so,
you
yeah,
level
you
up,
could-
you get a thing, right?
When you leveled up, you got more health.
Okay. Was that it? Okay.
Maybe you got some other bonuses, but it really didn't make it apparent. So
Okay.
yeah, if you went into the character screen and you went over to one of the weapons, there were some items that you could get that would increase like attack power or accuracy of the weapons, and then you also, from defeating whatever the mutants were, that also gave you a bank that you could pay into to increase some of the abilities. So not anything for the character though. I would have liked to pay more in to upgrade that super attack. It did pack a punch. It would take down any of the normal mobs. But
Yeah.
then you have to wait for the gauge to, or your points, your spirit points to regenerate, because you need 50 of them in addition to 2 ATB bars.
Yep, you get spirit points, and also if you get to 2 bars, you can use health items or like raise your spirit points with items, which again you found in the map. So there was like a little bit more of like a strategic play of like, I'm just gonna run around in circles trying to avoid enemies, especially like they're doing AOE attacks. Because there was one like spider centipede creature that would just shoot into the air, and random like debris would fall down and hit you. But then there was also an enemy that would just shoot his arm, which would get all veiny and tentacly in a straight line. So you could definitely see how having full 3D movement in the combat arena makes sense here, because you have to move around to avoid all of these different varying attacks.
I think I would echo what you both said about the tempo of the battles themselves. It's just a scotch too slow as you're waiting for the meter, and then that coupled with some of these monsters feel like you really need to wail on them to get them to go down. Which it's a horror game, so I understand that to a extent. But
Right.
you think about a Resident Evil, for example. I know it's not quite the same. But like the length of time an encounter is fairly small, right? So
Yeah.
I'm just not sure I like the equation of it yet.
Yeah. I mean, again, I do recommend like people try out the Parasite Eve because it is such a just a good little peek into that time frame. A Square Enix attempting to make their own version of horror when they were popping off with the Final Fantasy VIIs and the Final Fantasy VIIIs at the time because it was PlayStation 1. And coming out with a back-to-back two-piece main game and sequel. I think that's really like an out there thing, right? They were doing they were taking some swings, and I thought that this was a good like trying to throw back to that, like, why don't we have another one of these? Like, you're right, Parasite Mutant, why don't we have another one of these?
Should ask around.
Yep.
Figure out why.
Make a survey.
Yeah,
What
Survey
else?
Monkey it.
Did this make you want to try Parasite Eve?
I mean, where can I
Kind of.
play it? It'd have to be like a ROM, yeah?
I think they have it on. Well, no, maybe not. Yeah, because there was a back in the day you could play PlayStation 1 games on like your PlayStation 3.
Yep.
Mhm. And then you
okay.
could buy some copies of PlayStation 1 games too.
Or
Wonder if-
or you can load it up on your PlayStation Classic.
This is
Oh, it's
also
on there?
true.
I don't think I have one of those, so.
Well, I don't know
Do
if it's
you
on
have
there,
one?
but people load up whatever they want on there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're ROMs.
Just have to figure out how to use the internet.
Joel, get on this.
Aren't they
Right ago.
technically ISOs? If
Yeah,
they're
ISOs.
yeah. See, that was my threshold of this isn't worth the effort.
There you go.
What, finding ISOs?
Yes.
Ow.
Or running. Yeah.
Well-
I got it to the N64, and that was sort of my upper limit.
I so tired of your laziness, Joel.
Me too.
Nailed
So,
it. Nailed it.
until we figure out how to do that, let's play some ragdoll physics experiments. Y'all know about this?
Y'all like Portal?
I've
Right.
heard of it.
You are a ragdoll, and you are basically walking through these lab experiments that are very much it's there's the computer voice robot doing the Portal thing of trying to like make light of how kind of useless you are because you are just a test dummy, and you then they give you the capability to make things and move things around and go into test mode of the game where you will throw tests in there. But the tests are things like, okay, hit this dummy with a boulder, and then you like go into your build mode, grab a boulder, put it in this ramp, and then you build a ramp, and then you have to hit the dummy with it. But like again, there's like it feels like a game engine where you're like build a block and then put a ramp and then put boulder on top of ramp to hit this thing. But there is that Portal wrapping of the computer going like, oh, that was a great job. You did a great job of killing that that crash test dummy. In fact, he looks kind of like you. Weird. You
Oh.
do not care about killing people like you. Like just like little things like that where it's like very silly.
Also, he really hates himself.
Yeah.
He makes a point a few times to talk about how he doesn't like himself or how he's inadequate. So it's a funny little wrinkle. But yeah, the structure is very Portal in that kind of narrator leading you along a mystery. But I like how open it is. It's not one tool working within the confines. It gives you basically rooms that are kind of puzzles that you solve. So one of them where I got stuck was it would have a conveyor belt and this robot talking about creating AI generated posters, and there was an incinerator at the bottom and a trash chute that you could open on the other side that said for the accepted posters. And every time you threw one in, it would turn like a green light and a very stock cheering and hooray sound each
Yeah.
time you did that. I could not figure out the puzzle.
Yeah, because again, the whole point of it is that use the build tools and the mechanics to solve whatever the puzzle is in front of you, and they give you kind of like that. You go from room to room. There is also like sight gags and stuff like that, where like you open up a random door and there's like this door is not meant for you, or this door, you know, you picked the wrong door, and like just stuff like that, where it's like trying to like mess with you and joke around with you as you go along.
Yeah. So a few I noticed where you guys know about the "we're just normal men, we're just innocent men" meme video thing.
No.
Okay.
I don't.
Well, there's some video to watch it sometime. But like, you open the door and one was just the lights ruined it. We're just normal men.
Okay.
We're just innocent men.
Yeah.
The doors. One of my favorites was one of the posters just explains how "could care less" is wrong, and it's "couldn't care less," with a whole street about it. So I appreciated that too. But yeah, it's got good humor. It's a weird mixture of manic and sort of, you know, just a little bit needle poking, but it works well. And even if it's clearly inspired from Portal. I liked how everything's ragdoll, so it creates a nice crash test dummy kind of situation. There's even one point where you press a button and basically a truck barrels through and smashes into one of them sitting there. So it seems like it could be a very good like chaos generator. You know, solve the problem, but see how far you can bend it while solving the problem, kind of thing.
Yeah, and even sometimes it'll tell you like they do kind of rank how you did solving the problem, which makes me think that there are multiple ways to solve said problem. And I think that's a good like creative thing where it's like, okay, do this how create. And you could always like with these kinds of games, you can look on YouTube and like, how did you solve this issue? And it's like, oh, you solved it way different than I did. So I think that this is kind of ripe for that. Yeah.
I mean, it's the same kind of ethos as the Breath of the Wild shrine stuff, right? They have an idea of how they would have the problem be solved, but then anybody who gets there could really figure out how to, you know, like circumvent and bypass stuff because of the contraptions they made or how they break the systems in the game.
Yeah, and like the other part is that video games, like they try for like make, you know, it tries at humor a lot, and it ends up being kind of not fun and so oftentimes annoying. So I think that they did a really good job of keeping it fresh, not pushing too hard, while still making it, you know, relatively pleasant. Pleasant. That's how I put it.
It's the quantum conundrum problem.
Yeah. Now, was Quantum Conundrum too much?
Yes.
Okay. I felt like it was on the border for me, where I did feel like sometimes it got too much, other times it was pretty perfect, which is another one of these, you know, puzzle games.
Yeah, it wasn't like tear hair out, but it was more like, yeah, this is kind of annoying. Like,
yeah,
some of these are just being a little annoying. But...
All right. All right,
That's the games.
Yep, you're up, Getty.
What do you mean I'm up? Oh, because we gotta go take a break.
Yeah.
Alex wants to tell everybody about all of the games that came out. That wait, no. Do we have any freebies? Are we allowed to do freebies or not?
We could do it next week. I was not prepared this week.
Okay, because I know that you were like real fired up about doing freebies, and this would be a good freebie time.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
No,
That'll be the goal
well,
for next time.
We'll remember this in 2 weeks.
I will.
I hope so. All right, quick break, and then we'll talk about our backlog.
I can go first.
Or we could do that. Did you do it?
Yeah.
You gotta cue us up.
Kind of.
Okay, sorry, I didn't see anything abundant. Okay, we're back. We're back with the Backlog blog, where some of us play video games, but Joel usually just plays Ball Pit. Because
I finished it.
Are you still playing
Yeah.
it though? Are you still
No.
playing?
because
Oh.
he's got to play it.
No, for some reason that was one of those. You know, you finish it and then you feel like you can't go back to it.
No, but
No,
there's
you
more
don't have that
content
experience.
coming
But they just
out.
released free DLC.
Yeah.
No, you've never had the experience where like you hit credits.
Oh no,
but you can-
I'm mostly messing with you.
Oh,
Yeah, no, there's lots of
Yeah,
games like that.
alright.
Like Cult
Yeah.
of the Lamb released full like a second game's worth of DLC, and I'm like, I don't know. I did everything I wanted to do in that game. I was very
Yeah,
happy
I
about
know
beating
they're-
that one.
I know some questions were being asked about the DLC, and I was like, nope, I'm good. Yeah.
Oh man. Now I kind of want to go
I like
back
that
and play it, but we're not going to. We're going to talk about Threshold because that's the game that Alex played. Threshold.
You've
Why?
been kind of on my indie game BS. Like I'm just on these. Like I bought like the Steam sale, right? I spent
Okay.
money on the Steam sale when I shouldn't have, but at the same time, I really kind of bought games that are just like these tiny, weird, retro indie games that are just like there to tell a really hyper specific story. Like last time was Arctic Eggs, right? Let me tell you, Threshold. You are hired in this, I assume, post-apocalypse. You're in a town surrounded by a giant wall.
Okay.
And your job is to go to the surface, which has little to no oxygen, so you just hold your breath the entire time you're out there. And you kind of watch and maintain the train that's constantly going, because an all omnipotent being is telling you that it needs to be on pace, and you don't know on pace for what. But there is a gauge that tells you when it's going too slow or too fast, and you need to go to the horn, blow your whistle into said horn, and that will make the train move faster to get it back on pace. But since there's no oxygen, blowing your horn means that you are running out of oxygen. So you have these tube capsules that are like glass that you bite to get oxygen back.
All right. And does
So
that have a
you-
crunching noise when you do it?
Right?
In fact, there is a meter that just shows your mouth. And the more you are playing the
Okay.
game and doing certain tasks that like the game kind of asks you to do, every time you have to use one of those oxygen tanks, your mouth just gets increasingly bloodier.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's kind of like the
Terrifying.
Doom guy's face as he gets his health.
Yes,
out.
but it's also like it's just a visual that's very striking in the corner of your screen at all times. That's like, remember the thing you're doing. Like you're playing a video game, but at the same time you're like, remember that thing you're doing to like stay alive. It's also horribly disfiguring you. Yeah. And so the game is you performing tasks while also maintaining the train speed. And you're just kind of figuring out what is going on. You talk to the omnipotent being who's in a hidden like shack, and you kind of like, and it just becomes like a thing of like nothing, like everything is unnerving, something is wrong, and like your character will eventually like sometimes just like you'll stare into like you'll be like, oh, there's a little shack up in this tree, and you're all of a sudden your vision zooms in on it, and then all of a sudden a flash of someone hanging from it. You're like, oh. That was horrifying. Like, what happened in that tree that I got that vision? And then you like want to investigate and figure out that. But all the while, finding more oxygen tanks and then also maintaining the train. And the game then gives you like this thing where your character will just go, so many questions, and that means, oh, I should go meet up with the omnipotent being and ask them questions about this world. And
Okay.
that's kind of the game, is you doing that. And like there is like a definitive ending where you do the task and all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, this is exactly like this led to a conclusion of what was going on. And then you kind of either choose to resign or stay. And like there's more to it that I don't understand under the hood, but I got the story. and it was like the whole thing is like kind of unnerving because you don't know why you're doing any of this, and again, just like the kind of body horror of what you're digging into, and like you to get more oxygen tanks, you have to put white goo that you find growing in a place into a recycling machine that then will give you more oxygen tanks and like stuff like that, where you're just like, what is happening in this world that all of this stuff is so kind of gross and weird. Threshold's a fun one. It's a fun, and everything it's PlayStation 1 graphics, which is like kind of a staple for a lot of these games.
All right.
A neat little mystery, I think, that if you want to just get a little snack of a short story, I think Threshold's kind of cool.
Interesting. You definitely peaked something here.
Yeah. I got like I have a list here of like games that I bought in the Steam sale where I'm like, these are just like, oh, this one's like 2 hours, and it's just gonna tell me this little tiny thing, and it's like, oh, it's kind of labeled as horror, but it's like not really, but everything about it's a little unnerving, and I'm like, that's kind of a cool thing.
Kind of want to just see how many of those glass canisters I can bite into before it becomes a problem.
Well, with the recycling machine, you can kind of do it ad nauseum, but I was curious as to how bad the mouth would get.
Uh-huh. And it was bad.
Mine was pretty rough. Mine was pretty. It was getting it was past the lips. It was like outside the lips.
Whoa. All
It
right.
was just like a big bloody mess. You gotta
Okie
maintain
dokie.
that. You gotta maintain that train. 'Cause you don't know what they're carrying.
And we'll only find out by playing. So.
Yep.
All right. So I also played a game that had PlayStation 1-esque graphics.
And it sounded like
kind
it
of-
also severely upset you.
it upset me, but I'll probably go back and still play the game. So I started playing a game that I also picked up during the Steam Winter Sale, Beyond Galaxyland. And the reason why I picked this up is because it was pretty cheap. It has been on my radar for a little while because it just looks it's a turn-based RPG. So I was like, okay, this seems up my alley. Started playing it. Really good turn-based. It has a cool story where, you know, you're just a kid and some crazy stuff happens on Earth, and you start running and you fall down a hole and get teleported to a different place entirely, a different part of the galaxy. And it's like, it turns out that the end has come to Earth and you escaped it, and a corporation that exists on the fringes of the galaxy has a whole bunch of other people that it's collected from all these other worlds that the end has come to. And it sets you up in like a world. It's like, here you go. Now, you're just a kid, a teenager, but you have a guinea pig, and they turn the guinea pig into a humanoid, anthropomorphic.
Weird.
But he is my favorite character. His name is Boom Boom, and for the first half of the
Boom?
game, all he can say is, "Oh no." No matter what is happening, it's like, "Oh, we should go fight this thing," and he's like, "Oh no." So that's all he can say for the first half of the game.
Was
But,
it voice acted?
No, there's no
Oh.
voice acting, but in my mind, I just hear this like whimpering little voice, like "Oh no!" every time he talks. It's wonderful. But yeah, the dialogue, the story, it moves. It's broken up kind of awkwardly into, I think it said like season 1 and season 2. Maybe that's how it was originally released. But playing through, I made it 18 hours in, and then
Wow.
screen just went completely black on the Steam Deck. So I was like, okay, you know what, I'll turn it off for the night. I'll come back to it. Turn it on the next day. Nothing to it. I forced everything shut, and then went to reload it. I had 5 save files. Loaded it back up, only 4 existed. So I was like, okay, I'll go back to the previous one. Wouldn't load. I was like, okay, well, that's pretty inconvenient. So I tried to load another one a little bit further back, and that one also had an issue where I progressed the story a little bit, and then it just stopped. Like it would freeze. So I was like, well, this is bad. Turned it off, went to work, came back later. All of my save files are gone.
The
So-
hell?
Again, this story is fun. I like the characters. I like the combat, the mechanics. It has like this little kitschy Pokemon system that you can catch the enemies that you fight, and then you can use them and summon them later in battle. So it's got a lot of good things that are going on. I'm probably gonna go back and finish it. Maybe not right now. I might try and play it on the computer so that maybe whatever happened on the Steam Deck doesn't happen again. I would
Have you
recommend
looked into it to see if this has happened before?
I mean, at this point, all the saves are gone. Like I tried everything that I know how to do. I tried using the different
Cloud
Proton.
save?
There's no cloud save. That's
Okay.
that's also an issue, and that is a known issue. That when they released it, they didn't do cloud save, so you can't go between PC and Steam Deck. So,
Oh,
yep, I tried booting it in different forms. Nothing. But again, the
Yeah,
game
try
is
PC,
relatively
man.
cheap.
That still sucks.
I would tell you, you can give it a shot. I don't know if probably Alec, the target audience here, but it's still a lot of fun. It gets weird.
Yeah.
I really
No, I
wish
liked
I
it.
could have finished
It's
it.
got a little bit of like a Saturday morning cartoon
Mhm.
vibe to it, the way it looks.
And you can see Boom Boom in that key art. He's just a little guy with an automatic pistol.
A little
Laser
guy with a little pistol.
Yep, and a vest. So
Boom, boom.
you know that he's having a good time.
You know he going boom boom.
Yep. So that's pretty much what I got for this week. I don't know if
Hold on, I
got
did have
anything
one
else?
little thing I did want to mention.
You do it? You have I figured you do.
They added Deadpool to Marvel Rivals,
I heard about this.
and it's so I have a coworker, and we talk about different games, and he used to like a lot of Overwatch, and he goes, but the problem with Marvel Rivals is that it's too much visual clutter. Everything's got different colors and explosions and particle effects, and for him, he's like, I can't look at that game. And I think Joel, you have a similar feel to it.
Yeah, there's that, and then there's just the sprawling character list to where it just gets to be a little too much.
Yeah, okay. And so they added Deadpool, and they kept like changing his role to mess with people. But then as it came out, he can play as he can be tank, DPS, or healer.
Yeah.
He plays kind of the same, but his moves do different things. So with a healer, if he attacks an enemy, the attacks do when they do damage to an enemy, it does heals around him. So his whole thing is that he needs to get into combat to heal people around him. Or tank Deadpool can throw out a unicorn plushie that becomes a shield. Does
Okay.
that sound familiar, Joel?
A little bit.
That's the big monkey guy.
Mhm.
He used to
The
throw
big
shields
monkey guy.
out. Do you remember his Winston from Overwatch?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
He would throw out the big shield, and so that's what Deadpool does as a tank. And he, he has a lot of strategy with that, where if you throw the shield behind an enemy, the healers can't heal him. So then you just decimate him. So there's a lot of strategy with Deadpool and like the different permutations you're going to be going after, but he's entirely broken. And the other part about this is that the visual clutter, one of his abilities strips away your UI and fills it with tiny animated Deadpools. So if you were someone that was annoyed by visual clutter before, if he just hits his E ability, it just wrecks your screen with different Deadpools dancing around, and you can't even see your health bar or your abilities.
That sounds
Is-
awful.
Is he a limited time thing, or is he a
No.
permanent addition?
He's the there's 2 characters a season, and he's the first one.
now can he be all of those things in one match?
Yes, but the other part of it is that if I pick a tank Deadpool, no one else can pick any other Deadpool.
Uh-huh.
So, but
But I
you can't
could
tank
swap-
and heal at the same.
Not at the
match.
same. No. Well, no, I can stop being a tank and go into healer.
But
that's
it's
kind of the-
selecting it a different character, right?
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
That's
There-
actually the big complaint by a lot of people is that like by not locking in characters, there's too much of a matchup game where you'll play you'll play as a team, but then as you walk in, you're like, this is a bad matchup. 3 people need to change characters, and once you switch characters, then you could totally just destroy people because you have better pairings.
But
So
that's
there's a
how
lot of
Overwatch was
swapping
too,
characters.
But you would
What was
have
that?
people that that's how Overwatch was, but you would have people that were good in those roles. You could
Yeah.
have people go back and switch.
But there's also the idea of people that will like, oh, this is the answer for that character. Like there is an Iron
Okay.
Man answer that like, okay, Punisher will just smoke an Iron Man. So, oh, there's an Iron Man. Oh, I swap. And then it's like, well, okay, but like then it's just like you don't get to really play a lot of the characters you want as much as you're just like constantly playing the matchup. So people complain about that. But in this case, that Deadpool thing, it's like again, oh, we don't need another tank right now. It'd be better if we had another healer. Okay, I'm switching to healer Deadpool. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So,
So that's
but
where, like,
once
yeah, you
I
could
guess
swap.
what I was asking is once the match starts, you're locked in
Mhm.
as tank Deadpool. You can't like
No.
At that point, you can even.
I don't
You can go back to
play-
You'll go back and change, yeah.
You can go back into
swap
the
characters
spawn.
anytime mid game.
Oh, you can. Okay. See, I don't
Yeah,
play
that's what I was
these
saying.
games, so I
That's
don't
what I'm saying.
know.
The match. That's what I'm saying. The matchups is kind of the thing. Is that like as soon as you see they have an Iron Man, swap characters to go take out the Iron Man. Like you
Mm.
leave. You literally like go back to the spawn point and switch a new character.
That
So,
seems lame.
I mean, it's Ken. You're
Eh.
playing the matchup as opposed to having to pick a character and stick to it. So the strategy is way different.
Yeah.
Again, that's what these games are, though. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's like games like Valorant. Like Valorant, once you pick your hero, you're stuck.
right.
But either way, Deadpool's just like he's a ridiculous character. I have played him. I don't necessarily love that character, but it's interesting, and the game is again kind of wild right now because he can just he's got a level up system. So at halfway through the match, you could just hit a button and he opens up a comic book, and then you pick how to upgrade your abilities. It's all a thing. He's wild. You take a photos with people's corpses. And when you do so, it's a selfie, and then also it makes you invincible for a short period of time while you're taking said selfie with someone's corpse. This is a lot. There's a lot.
It sounds like a lot.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm ready to move on. I just think that
It's okay. So as we begin to close out this week's episode of Super GG Radio, I went ahead and got everybody a copy of Dead Island 2. It should have been delivered in the last couple of minutes to your Steam accounts.
that's why I decided to move on.
You might ask yourself, why would you do this? Well, so that we can all punish each other and we can play a 4-man game of Dead Island 2. If you've never played a Dead Island game, it's as goofy as you can imagine. You go around picking up weapons and smashing zombies in the face. And this one is particularly obnoxious because you're in like California. You're in LA and you're going around to mansions and beating up zombies. What else do you do? You go like to red carpet event, beat up some celebrity zombies. We're gonna do that at some point here. One of these
Nice.
Thursdays that we're not recording the podcast, I'm gonna make everybody boot it up, and we're gonna play a little bit
Hell
just- just for fun. And it's winter, so you got nothing else to do. I know you ain't got nothing else to do. It's too cold to go outside.
You're not wrong.
yeah. Nope. Let's do this. I'm into it. I like Dead Island 1, so I didn't get a chance to play part 2.
Yeah,
Never played
this
a Dead Island.
First person melee.
I mean, you could get some. I don't remember. I think that it's mostly melee.
Yeah, guns don't happen till like later, at least in the first one. It's like it was like a whole like it was a like you were shocked when all of a sudden you got a gun in the first game.
Yeah, you get guns later on too, but
It's like I've been playing for
mostly-
15 hours and I found a gun. Wild. Never gonna use
I've been-
this.
I've been playing for 15 hours, and this is my favorite samurai sword. But
Yeah.
it's also a lot of loot that they just throw up on you, so you'll cycle through stuff, and weapons break. Yeah. So we'll let you all know when we're planning on doing our Dead Island stream, and maybe we'll make it into a reoccurring theme as we move through the year. Otherwise, normal streaming plans. Thursdays are podcast night. I don't know if anybody else has anything that they're excited to play. Anybody?
No.
No.
No. Well, me and you got to go through some Demon Souls.
That will be in a bit. I started Kazan.
Yeah. I was debating starting ahead of you because you're just going to completely decimate it, and I'm going to be struggling, doing a struggle bus on that one.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
I've been doing a little bit of Fallout 3, so that'll probably continue in some form or fashion.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
What
I'm
are
surprised you
video
stuck to
games?
that.
You got 3 and 4?
Oh, I've had 3. 3 was one
Okay.
of those. It's on Steam sale, Game of the Year edition for $5. Sure, why not?
Mhm.
Flyers, you know. But yeah, I've tried several times to get into one of these, and I guess it finally stuck somehow. So, yeah, been churning through that.
All of a sudden,
Everybody's
you're going to
got
watch. You're going
Fallout
to be
fever.
watching. You're going to be watching YouTube videos of the wildest vaults in the Fallout series.
No,
Yeah.
I can send you some. They're fun.
Yeah, you go ahead and send them to me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go seek them out.
They're good.
All right. Well, I guess this is a short episode. That's going to do it for this week's episode of Super GG Radio. Before we go, you can find us on, I don't know, Blue Sky at Super GG Radio and twitch.tv/Super GG Radio, where I already talked about streaming plans. If you guys have plans for streaming and you want to see us play something, why don't you email us? Because you know that our email address is mail@superggradio.com. And you know what? While you're at it, why don't you leave a review on iTunes or the podcast app of your choice, not mine. I don't even know where to listen to podcasts. I just know that the internet is a place where the pornography lives. You can also check out our Patreon. Joel's just giving away pictures of our dogs. I think
I
I
mean,
had heard that.
pictures of
I
my
had
dog.
heard that.
Look, I receive the photos. I transmit the photos. I'm intermediary force. So it's just my job. I'm just a cog in the system, okay?
Good, just like all of us. Additionally, you can get your name read off as an executive producer by giving to our Patreon, or even free copies of Early Adopters. Play games with us. What do you want from us? We need to know.
You want a copy
Alex
of Dead
doesn't-
Island 2?
Alex doesn't sleep at night because
I
he
don't.
needs to know what you want from us.
Mhm. Yeah.
Tell us. All right. Thanks for listening. Good game, Alex.
GG Getty.
Good game, Joel.
It's me. I'm here.
Good game, Alec.
The bar is low.
Bars low.
Perf.
Yeah, I think the episode title is going to be featured idea.